Ciao, Mattia.
Bene.
Bene,
And you?
bene?
How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Very good. Very good. Well,
Going university.
yeah. I'm finishing university. I'm not at university now. This is my final year, and basically all the universities shut. So yeah, it's crazy.
Ah, I see. So you, how many exams left? Or I don't know how it
All
works.
finished. All finished. Some people have
Great.
exams though. Some people do have exams, but they're going to be doing them at home and open book. So crazy.
Yeah, I know how it works. I have some
Yeah.
friends here doing the same. So I see how it works.
Very good. Very good. So how are you? ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Even of this fucking coronavirus,
You
I'm
made it
working
through.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We had an increase of work
Sure.
of new clients and so on. That's really
Oh, nice.
helped us.
Yeah.
We
The
and
digital space, I think,
yeah,
has grown.
yeah. And then the only thing the only bad thing is that we had to postpone to stop some of the projects we were supposed to run for this spring. One was the
Yeah.
opening of a restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Shit.
we're gonna
Yeah.
because we're gonna open a new restaurant, but not the classical one. It's because I'm not a chef. I'm a
Yeah.
businessman. So we're trying
Yeah.
to set up um a new concept, and I kept in touch with a friend that's gonna be our investors, and we're gonna do it maybe this winter or next year. And the
Sure.
other one is about coffee distribution,
Yeah.
because
Oh, cool.
we created a brand,
Yeah.
and we were supposed to start distributing coffee. Now
Yeah.
we decided to switch and start with a B2C market, and after
Yeah.
that going B2B. So with the
Cool.
capsules and this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
when you asked me the other day how the COVID impacted the marketing industry in Italy, I thought about it a bit, and that's really helped me focus on the subject, because I had never done that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
first thing is that smart working is king. If you look from where I'm working,
Yeah.
that's
Where are
my
you working?
I'm
Middle of
working in the external
middle of
patio.
the
Yeah,
mountains.
yeah.
Yeah.
Down there's the lake too. Maybe you don't see it.
Okay. Yep. 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 Amazing.
And today it's cloudy. It's the only one day that's
Oh.
cloudy. It's quite sunny the other days.
Yeah.
And except for the jokes, smart working really surprised me, because me too. I've been
Mm.
very productive. No
Yeah.
one interrupted me during this quarantine, so I could finish the work I started when I started it.
Sure.
And I remember last Monday, I had a schedule on my calendar,
Yeah.
and I was expected to finish it for 5 p.m.
Okay.
and I finished it for 2 p.m. So saved up about 3 hours.
Okay. So
Then
you're working efficiently in this time then.
we're working very efficiently, and our
Yeah.
staff, our employees too. We have about 5 employees, and
Yes.
we're managing this properly, I think. We use
Mm.
we use an app, we use a software to manage the working team. That's
Okay.
monday.com.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. That's like a project management tool where you can kind of manage. Sounds good, and that's working well for you.
Yes, it really fits our need, because
Sure.
we offer such different services, from website
Mm.
development to social media management, and this app offers us so many features that we can customize according to the clients we're speaking about, or the service we're offering. And
Sounds
with
good.
this, I can track what they do during their
Yeah.
working labor day. So I don't matter if they're doing it from the sofa, from their bed. If they're doing this properly and our customers and are satisfied, that works for me.
Sure. So it relieves the stress of having to manage and things like that. You kind of you can relax and let go almost.
Yes. It works like that. Yes.
Yeah.
And I also read an article of the CNBC.
Yes.
That the CEO of Twitter made a published announcement that maybe it's gonna let all the employees work from home.
Yeah,
and,
I definitely
I don't
thought
know.
this. Yeah, I definitely thought this was going to completely shake up kind of the whole work from home idea, because there's so many companies that just really won't allow it to happen. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen for the entire staff they have, because I don't know, but they did this for publicity and advertising too, as a purpose, I think. But anyway, the first thing I can tell you is that smart working really worked out properly for our company, and that surprised me too. I didn't think to manage it so properly during this quarantine. So that's good. That's good. The other aspect. The other aspect I think that changed our sector is that there's a more willing in our sector for the entire, for example, because
they're more willing to work from home, right?
Yeah.
Is that your point, or what is it? More willing to kind of, or to be flexible with that kind of thing?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, and another important aspect is that our customers too. For example, the classical Italian entrepreneur that owns a factory or restaurant is a man between 45 and 55 years old, and so on.
Sure.
They always talk about us as the young kids, trying to help them, trying to give confidence to, and this kind of stuff. Nowadays, with this coronavirus and quarantine and so on, and they just considered their accounting consultants as a real partner. Now things have changed.
Yes.
Now they see at me as a real partner to consider. They ask me how to manage some other aspect, not just in the marketing sector.
That makes total sense. That's huge.
Yes,
that's huge. Like, because there's so many marketers that aren't, especially digital, then they haven't been taken seriously for so long, and this feels like it's kind of turning things upside down, and it's actually
it is like that. And for me, it's something so great. I was like that, the accounting consultant, Mattia, and then
bang,
things changed in just a couple of months. For example, I have a friend. I have a customer that manufactures furniture for offices in Milan, like Google, Philips, a big company. And for him, I'm running different services, including Google Ads too. And even though this period, the coronavirus and so on, the leads I provided him through the campaigns increased.
Oh, really?
And he got so happy, I can't tell you. About one conversation per day through email, quotation requests, and so on.
So you're still seeing kind of growth in the digital side of your business, and it's kind of holding its strength during this hard time for a lot of businesses.
Yeah, especially in some sectors. Others, in others, obviously we had some decrease, but that's obvious. Restaurants and so on, they were totally closed. We just supported them with the delivery and takeaway and this kind of stuff. But Anyway, good results. I had good results. I didn't expect to.
Yes.
And
yeah, no, that's I think it's the fact that digital has kind of had this uprising, has really kind of made a lot of people realize how important it actually is. And so I'm sure that things will continue to progress. I wanted to ask, like, I'm not completely aware of the lockdown legalities at the moment with Italy in comparison to the UK. It sounds like
now, at the
yes.
moment, how it is. You're asking me how it is. Okay, from yesterday, restaurants, beauty centers, hair centers, so on, reopened. Okay.
Yes.
So now they can work.
Mm.
Now friends can see each other. Okay. And obviously a girlfriend can meet his boyfriend and so on.
Sure.
But so and there's such an optimistic feeling. I feel around. So
yeah, it always seemed like I was always seeing on social media a lot of, when it was a big thing in Italy, what we heard about the fact that you kind of went into lockdown first because it kind of impacted, at least from you guys made the lockdown decisions a lot quicker than the rest of Europe. And from what it seemed is that we were seeing videos like of people on their balconies and, you know, singing songs and things like that. And it always seems like Italy had a very, although all of this kind of, it seemed like the measures were very strict and when they came in, but now the UK's gone through it and everything like that. It always seemed like Italy kept an optimistic feel to the whole situation.
It went that way. The videos spreading around social media. Maybe you watched. I don't know. Maybe they were quite true. It's not always like that, but
exactly.
I think I think we managed to take a serious matter, a serious issue, in an Italian way. Not telling you we didn't respect the lockdown or so on. Not this way of the Italian way. Not this way. But in trying to not be depressed, trying to respect the restriction, but at the same time trying to keep the morals up for a better coming. That's what went through. This quarantine really affected me because I'm always out of home every day from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. I'm out of home for work, meeting friends, my girlfriend, so on. I'm never home. I just stay here to sleep, to rest 6 hours per day, 7 hours per day. And at the first stage of this, I said, I'm never gonna stay home for a couple of months.
Exactly.
Better get it, better die. But I can't stay home. But then I understood that it was a serious matter. So I tried to keep me busy working and all these things. And I don't know.
Certainly, when I heard the news as well, I kind of had the same reaction. I was like, surely no one's going to stick to these rules. It's going to be really hard. And I think it was just a shock. But then when you heard all like the scientific backing and things like that, you know, I think for a lot of people, you know, no one was expecting this to happen. And I think it hit a lot of people pretty hard.
Also, I have there's a friend of my mother that works in the hospital or in Lecco. Where we live, and in the middle of April when we had the jump in the air, she kept us updated with what was going on into the hospital, and for a couple of weeks I can really tell you it was
was pretty
very bad.
pretty dire. Pretty dire. Yeah.
People inside had to choose between which one to keep alive and give him support to, and someone else to keep behind.
Wow.
And it's something that really, I don't know, I felt it. I really felt it.
Yeah. Have you noticed, you know, you obviously run this advertising consultancy company, marketing consultancy company. Did you notice any business saying kind of, we want to use this as kind of use this as an opportunity to market themselves more? So for example, I've seen businesses that are offering like, you know, free, in the UK, there was a lot of companies that were offering their products to medical and health workers, things like that, and discounts and things like that.
Yeah, this here too. These things happened here too. A lot of businesses wanted to give an help, also just a symbolical one. We thank you. We're with you in the front line. And a friend of mine runs the best pizzeria in Lecco, the real authentic pizza.
Of course,
the really one you wanna eat, and is just as young as we are. So is a young guy like we are. And he sent pizzas to the hospital for a couple of a week, for an entire week, and the local newspaper spoke about him and so on.
No, I think that's really kind of thinking about how businesses can support, because I was talking to someone from in kind of clothing and fashion, and a lot of clothing companies are now making the personal protection equipment and the kind of the masks and things like that, rather than making their usual kind of product line. They're kind of trying to support workers and things like that. So definitely sounds like a lot of businesses are stepping up and trying to support it. I think also there's definitely a lot of businesses there's a lot of customers that have reacted negatively from it as well, though, because I think a lot of people think that businesses are exploiting it as well, kind of using it too much. So I was trying to get a fine line, right?
I see what you mean. I on the web, on social media, there's always gonna be someone that's gonna say, "Oh, you just did it for this reason," and so on. Sure. I think the most of the entrepreneurs here that made this kind of action, this kind of support to the local hospitals and so on, did it with a genuine purpose. And I don't know, if you're okay with yourself doing something like this, I wouldn't care about what other people are gonna say about this. If you care about everything, everyone,
exactly,
you're done. You can't work this way. You gotta keep straight to your your point of view. Listen to the others, because you gotta do this, but you gotta distinguish what's good, what's a good feedback, and what's just that's it. Another aspect I saw a lot is that, speaking about our sector, marketing, and the way I supported my customers, you gotta act faster than you used to do, and faster to your competitors, because I have a lot of customers in the food and beverage sector, restaurants, chains, and so on. Some of them wanted just to overthink about, I don't know, I'm not, I don't want to do delivery, I don't want to do, it's just a waste of time. It's not worth it. Others wanted to step in at the first stage of it, and they really benefited from this. And that's very important.
I mean, relating that to kind of how things has changed, and I've certainly seen businesses that in this situation, especially during the coronavirus, that where people have decided, actually, we're going to do all these digital campaigns because we're not going to be able to interact with our customers physically. Those are the companies that have like almost taken market share because they've reacted quick enough.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And one of the most important thing in doing is that you gotta keep being authentic.
Yes.
Because a brand on social media is like a person, like me speaking to you. You gotta trust me. How you do that? Being literally authentic. That's the base. That's basic. That's basic. But also respecting some must have. Using the same font, using the same outline, using the
being
same way you
consistent.
write down copies. These kind of things are very important.
Yeah. And I suppose when you're making these fast changes, I think that's probably what a lot of businesses struggle with, because they're thinking, oh, this is not going to be consistent with what we do normally, because we've got to do this quickly. And I guess that's sometimes when businesses might be like, actually, we don't want to do this for some reason. And
it could have happened also this, but it also depends on the mindset of my customer, because I can advise them what to do, how to do that, and so on. But sometimes if they just don't want to listen to you, okay, what you can do nothing about it.
That's a very good point. Cool. So it sounds like Italy is in a similar situation now, in terms of, although our situation is the lockdown legislation and policies seem to be similar in the UK now as well as Italy, whereas before Italy had a lot more kind of restrictions. Do you see an end in sight in terms of kind of restrictions? I know in the UK we've had a couple of hints from our Prime Minister Boris Johnson regarding how we're going to kind of come out of this lockdown. Do you see have you had kind of a similar form of leadership where your Italian leadership has kind of given you that same kind of plan or anything like that? Have you heard much?
I'm just think about it. I don't want to tell you something that's not correct.
That's a good point just to jump on, by the way. I think a lot of people in the UK as well are a bit confused about the policies and the policy changes in terms of it, because I think that's the exact reaction how a lot of people have reacted in the UK, where they don't want to advise anyone because no one really knows a huge amount about it. So
I think that here in Italy we have, speaking about the spread of the virus, we have such a disequal way of it, and how it affected the country, because if you go from Tuscany to Sicily, for example, I'm in the official health department Telegram group, so every night they give updating about how many new cases there are and so on, and they're decreasing very, very fast. But if you see of where there are more in the area around where I live in Lombardy, where thanks God the health system is more efficient, because if that would have happened in the south, I can't even imagine what could have happened. Really, I don't want to imagine it. Everyone knows that. I don't want to imagine that. So I if you to answer your question of if our leadership is giving us some way out of the situation, I think they're gonna act differently according to the Lombardy and so on, to the different regions of the country. And the truth is they don't really know how much time that's gonna take and so on. But I think it's gonna be take me like that a little bit easier than what we forecasted about when we were in the middle of it. I think it's gonna get better faster than when we thought.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. So so how does that affect your business then? In terms of you've postponed a lot of your campaigns. You've said all of our kind of physical work is now going to kind of move to the winter period. Do you operate in kind of the travel sector? Have you worked with any travel businesses? And
not directly, but a lot of my customers does, because I live on the Lake of Como. So
sure.
so it's the entire economy is based on that here. And
exactly.
And for this season, I think they got some trouble because for example, here there are Bellagio and Varenna that are very, very famous worldwide, and all the hotels and so on are fully booked in January or February for the entire season upcoming, from Russians, Arab people, Chinese people, Americans, and they all canceled them. So now they're gonna base the entire business on people coming from closer countries like Switzerland, France, and Germany.
So it's a kind of so it's gonna change the customer base that so that's one of the biggest things as well, I guess. It's different markets.
not permanently, but for this year, obviously it's gonna change a bit.
Yeah. I know my sister, she was planning, and I think she still got it in mind, but it's dependent on the regulations and things. But she secured a fashion marketing internship in Milan, for a small brand.
Wow.
A small Italian brand. So she's going to hopefully be in Italy, in Milan, this summer. She's really happy about it, but she doesn't know yet, obviously.
So what she's gonna do exactly? Work in a
so it's a small kind of luxury fashion brand. I don't actually know the name of it, but I'll get back to you on that. But she's going to be kind of working it. They have a couple of stores in Milan, and they run digitally and things like that.
She's gonna if she can come here, and if she can come here to Milan, she's gonna feel the vibe, the vibe of Milan. Milan is just
describe it to me and to the.
It's just Milan. I when I was with my ex-girlfriend, I lived in Milan for a year, and I really know very well the city. I'm used to go there often for business and for fun. And the vibe down there is so good, you know. Business works. People coming from all over the world. You speak English. You meet people. You have so many things to do, so many opportunities in good sector. If you wanna also for fun, if you wanna meet friends, you can go to the Navigli, you can go in Duomo, you can have this kind of party. It's a city like others, like London and so on, that never sleeps. But compared to the surrounding and the entire country, Milan is. Here we say that. If you want to go to Italy, don't go to Milan, because Milan isn't Italy. Milan is something upper. Something different. It doesn't represent the classical stereotype of our country. It's not Italy.
It's a bit more international, right? It's cool.
It is. And, it's I regret that for some reason there are some aspects that would you pay too much taxes, you pay too much too much bureaucracy and so on. These things persist even if you're in Milan, because you're under the same country, same legislation, and that's a shame. that's a shame, because if it wasn't for that, it could
Yeah,
even
man.
grow
Yeah.
faster every
Yeah.
year.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for example, for me, I'm reluctant to hire new employees, because
Yeah.
it's so
It's
more
challenging with the,
expensive,
yeah.
challenging, and I don't
Yeah.
know.
It
I
kind of
feel it's
restricts
risky.
growth almost. Yeah.
Yeah, I rather collaborate with some other partner, with a
Yeah.
freelancer.
Yeah.
You do the job, I pay you.
Yeah.
If it works, it's okay.
Mm.
If it doesn't work together, you're done.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to give you all the taxes I pay with my employees,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this kind of things persist, and then and I don't know. That's the only bad aspect about working here. It's but
Sure. Yeah. No, it's good to know.
anyway,
It's good to know. Yeah.
yeah, it is definitely. But
Yeah.
you gotta act smarter. You gotta act
Mm.
smarter. Working in this kind of environment.
Sure.
I'm not saying that you can't do well here in Italy. You can do it, because if you have good ideas and so on, you can even do it.
Mm.
But it's more challenging than other places in the world. For example, when
Yeah.
I travel to the US, you know, it's a different
Mm.
system and so on. But if you speak about business, it's like the even compared to here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
here you gotta act smarter. So maybe sometimes these also help you coming out with fresher ideas, fresher,
Mm.
good escamotage. Okay,
Yeah.
to get by and so on.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's interesting to know those kind of those market differences in comparison, in terms of Italy and the rest of the world, really, because I feel like every country has its own kind of swing on how you do business and things like that, and how so just the
Mm,
cultural differences and things like that. So yeah, no,
yes.
I'd love to learn a bit of Italian. Actually, my sister's going out there and she's learning a bit of Italian at the moment as well. So
That's good.
yeah,
That's good to
definitely.
know.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. It's a great language. So yeah, no, definitely.
It's I think it's more difficult Italian compared to English,
Yeah, yeah,
because of the grammar, and one of the craziest thing, if we speak about Italian language, is that it can be so many different between
mm,
itself, because if
yeah,
you I want to give you a fun example. If you take my grandpa from
yes,
Lecco, and
okay,
you have it speaking with a grandpa from Sicily, they don't understand
yeah. It just
the other. They,
yeah.
they don't understand
There's
that.
so many regional differences between the languages,
Yes,
right?
the way
Yeah,
you pronounce people, yeah, the way you
yeah,
pronounce words and so on. I remember when I went to the university in Milan, yeah, I
yeah,
could understand from
yeah.
which region a guy was from, just because of the way he spoke. He
Yeah,
spoke,
settle a debate for me, because I was having this debate with someone else, and I'm not sure if I'm right or not. But pronto, what is the direct translation of that, or what does pronto mean to you?
repeat this.
Pronto, like when you're going to answer the phone, or
Pronto.
pronto? Yeah, what was?
It has no translation. It has no sense.
Okay, okay.
It's just
Because I
like
always thought it was
okay,
like
here
I'm
I am.
ready. Yeah, here I am.
Yes, bravo.
I was, yeah.
It is
Whereas someone else that I was saying it, they said, you know, it means hello. Like that's what it means. Pronto means
pronto.
hello.
See,
Good.
here I am.
Yeah.
Tell
So
me
yeah.
what's going
Okay.
on.
So it means kind of everything, right? So yeah.
Yes, it's
Okay.
like the way
Cool.
you use get in English. It can be used in such many
Yes.
different ways. You can
Yeah.
say it's just like this. It has
Yeah.
different meanings.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'm glad you kind of figured that you got me to work that one out. Thanks. Appreciate it. So
No
okay,
worries.
Mattia. I'm trying to think of anything else we could cover, because basically a few people, I'm sure, from interested in marketing will be watching this and wondering kind of how Italy's
I can
faring and
tell
things
you.
like
I
that.
can tell you just the last tip I got from this
Sure.
experience with coronavirus and so on.
Yeah.
Um, I just read an article written by a pro in this sector in Italy.
Yeah.
That's about how the Instagram and Facebook algorithm changed this year, and
Okay.
how much more expensive has become to make a DV on this platform, because
Yeah.
they're at the top of their growth
Yeah.
chart. So
Yeah.
just
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
So their purpose now is just to maximize their profitability, their gains.
Mm.
So I had to study this to edit also my pricing list and the way I interact with my clients and what I'm selling them.
Yeah.
Let's make it clear. Now we offered before this year we offered different solution, but what was in common between all of them was that we guaranteed a lot of posts, a lot of
Yeah.
publication within a
Yeah.
month, for example.
Yeah.
Now we definitely changed that, because if a customer has, let's say, a budget of 350 euros per month in budgeting
Yeah.
for the advertising, and
Sure.
you post about 20 posts per month,
Yeah.
you make the split, and it's just a few per post.
Yeah.
So now, and the results, the benefit for the customers sometimes was great, but it was getting very, very lower. Now
Sure.
we change our strategy, so
Yeah.
less content,
Yeah.
do it even better with
Yeah.
more money on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the budget can
Yeah.
be totally
So the quality
stepped.
over the quantity.
Yes,
Quality over the
bravo. See,
quantity, and then yeah.
also always compared to the budget,
Yeah.
because without it you go nowhere.
Yeah. Okay, great.
And the
That's yeah.
remarketing too is so important. We
Mm.
always install Facebook Pixel in all the websites of our customers. And
Oh yeah.
when you start a campaign, you do it, you collect an audience, you send it to your website, you start analyzing the data with Google Analytics and so on. Then you say, okay, you remarked just the kind of audience you want, for example, that visited a specific website page and so
Sure.
on, and then you get the result.
Yeah, you can really segment and yeah. All right. Well, that's a brilliant bit of advice to kind of end on, Mattia. I really appreciate you coming on and talking to me.
Thank you
And
for
yeah,
this.
no, thank
If you
you.
need something else, don't hesitate to contact me back.
Sure, I will. Awesome. Thank you.